Hi there, welcome to Carcassonne with Utze, and we are in the Hungarian Carcassonne Online Championship semifinal. My co-host today is a webbi, which I hope you all will be able to hear fine. I have some troubles with my technical setup over here, so I still have to tinker a bit. Please excuse the slight delay. So I think at least Szigfrid needs no further introduction. Mosopal might, but he's a strong Hungarian master. Both of them are more or less on the same level. Maybe Szigfrid is a bit stronger. I don't know. I think it's day to day. They should start any second now, and they did. And yeah, please take over, webbi, for a few seconds here.
Yeah. So, hi everyone. It's Webby. Thanks also for having me again. As you were saying, this is the semifinals of the Hungarian Championship. Siegfried, like you said, needs no introduction. The well-known Hungarian master. I think he reached even his peak elo is above 800, so a very strong player. And Mosopal, I haven't met him in BGA myself, but from the elo ratings, we can see that another strong Hungarian player. What do you think about that opening with from Mosopal, Blues Open?
Yeah, the opening is interesting. What do I say? How should I start?
Just as we were saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's typical, or from my play, I've seen most masters start with the road pointing up.
Yeah, I think you're right. I had to learn this, by the way, myself a year ago or so. So most masters would use this because sometimes your opponent gets a starting tile or rows, and then you already have at least this here set up for you. And even if they would just close this and leave the field side over here, it's really no big problem to continue the road there. But the upside for sure is there. And if your opponent gets a Dorito, for example, then either they had to put the city into your road, or you would have at least get another attacking option. So most often turning the curve upwards is fine. But we are quite a lot of moves forward
An
into this
interesting
game.
an interesting play by Blue, right? Early field, and I'm not sure. Like, do you agree with that move? I mean, wasting city caps early on without meepling them, I'm usually not a fan. Would have probably like indirectly, made the big loop, and maybe meeple the cap, the city cap.
Yeah,
Yeah, something
maybe
like
like this.
exactly like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I would have preferred that one as well, because then yellow would need a crossroad to still attack your loop, either there or here. So yeah, not my style as well. Early farmers are.
I
Didn't Alexi say a few streams ago? Early farmers are so. What is it called? Early days of Carcassonne or something. So 20 years ago,
Yes.
and there are still a few folks that play this way. I'm not sure when Mosopal started playing, but this move more or less indicates more than 10 years ago.
Yeah.
We could check, actually. I think the Hungarian team side, by the way, one of the best out there. So any team who would like to create a team site, take a few pages out of the Hungarian's book. It's really a great resource, although it would need an English translation, actually, but the content is already there. It just needs a translation.
What about that move, like the 1 point road from Mosopal?
Yeah, that's efficient. Either you lose a mini battle, But if you
that's
lose the
exactly my
mini battle
thinking. Yeah.
versus the ruin, well, then at least you would have prevented an easy city completion. And I don't give any free points to your opponent. I mean, if you don't use the road end there, then your opponent will use the next road Dorito, or I don't know, dagger, maybe even a rose to claim the 2-point road. So if you can't attack them, you have to play the rose here, else you might get obstructed over here. So if the rose weren't there, this Dorito would land here, and then you would be limited to a starting tile, which 2 are gone already. So definitely a must do move. This is advanced. You don't have to, but I like it. I really like it.
I think this is too advanced for me. I would definitely not meeple that.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I mean, especially because you're probably going to lose the mini battle there, right? You know, Siegfried doesn't need to finish the city now. He can build a ruin.
Yeah. Now the second part of the of your sentence I didn't get due to the sound issues here. I still try to figure this out, but first let me check if there's any note about mosopal on here. No, looks like he did start later and not more 10 years or more ago. So maybe just hasn't changed his way regarding the curve, or just doesn't like putting the curve upwards, which is more or less fine anyway, because the difference between the two variants isn't really that big.
Yeah, it's a minor, like a stylish thing. Yeah.
At least on BGA, he started roughly 6 to 7 years ago. So yeah, okay. And that's interesting that Blue closed this road without meepling the city. I mean, there was no pressure from the right side. There's no, even if Yellow would use a cow here, you would still have chances to close that city. That's interesting. And I like Yellow's aggressiveness here, taking this one, even though a block would be easy, but there are still all three. That's no 3, that's somewhat. All 3 left-handed daggers out there. Yeah, now comes the question from mosopal. Do you kill this now? Lose the mini battle or not? And that's exactly what you don't like about meepling that road end here, right?
Yep. I mean, you kind of need to kill that, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't want to, but
oh. He does defer the decision for later. I mean, in this case, with a crossroad, you could argue that taking 2 points plus 3 points if your opponent gets the next
that
or
city is like
another.
well defended, right? That city is like not far from completion if you do that.
Yeah, but at least you would get 5 points, and there, of course, is still the chance to attack this one. So it's not set in stone that Yellow would close this without Blue taking part in that city. So
no, for sure, for sure. Oh,
yeah, nice draw for szigfrid, and I'm not sure if he will put a meeple on that road, as a straight would directly lead that road into this block here and 2 right-handed daggers are already gone. But he doesn't shy away from the risk, so I think that's nice. Again, still try to.
Oh, this is going south pretty fast for blue.
Yeah, with yellow closing that one. But even though yellow scored 18 points city, there are only 7 points in the lead. And blue has a city threat of their own. They already have here this loop. There's another city. There is another monastery spot. And first and foremost, there is a big field brewing. So if they, in the end, take over this field, once it's united over here, there are still enough options for them to win this one.
Yeah. Do you defend your road meeple here, or maybe attack blues, like ruin there? And he chooses to attack, which I think I would have done.
I wouldn't have meepled that one. I mean,
maybe no meeple, but yeah, saving your meeple is probably less important than preventing that.
It's rather easy to first go for the kill, and if this doesn't work, then take this city part on the left side. But I wouldn't, in this situation, with the lead and this year, meeple that one. I mean, even if blue would hit the jackpot and get the horse on their next turn, so immediately, there are still usually enough chances. But this here, of course, is 100% prevention of the worst case, namely blue getting the horse and then closing this within 3 moves.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's on the very, very safe side. And sometimes szigfrid plays aggressive, like this road here, although that's not really that aggressive, but yeah, kind of middle aggressiveness, whatever. And sometimes he plays it very cautious.
Chat is saying this is going to be a long match, and yeah, I guess they
they
know szigfrid.
It definitely will be a long match, and chat is nice cue. Thanks for that, because my chat tool as well isn't working as it should. So let me try to at least fix that one. Hi Rika, hi Sergey. Yeah, mosopal at least usually is a bit faster than szigfrid, so not szigfrid or Wierzeczke levels as we witnessed in the quarterfinals, where each game took 45 minutes. Just as a comparison, yesterday's final of the Thailand championship, which was a best of 5, took 30 minutes to complete.
Yeah.
Because Pakshi won in 10, 8, and 10, or another 8-minute game. So 3 games, not one took more than 10 minutes on the very fast side. So as I mentioned yesterday, I was glad I didn't get Pakshi's message. Else I might have streamed that, and half an hour for 3 games is just way too fast to say anything coherent about a game, actually. So this here looks like the field unification is only a few moves away, and then
very bold play by. I mean, it's okay. He has ways to get a meeple back pretty easily. But yeah.
Oh yeah, this was mosopal's last meeple, right? But the upside of being possibly able to block that one is nice, and he's only a curve or curvy / crossroad away from getting a meeple, so I think that's fine.
For sure.
And of course, any city cap if yellow doesn't get, for example, a cow in the meantime. And as I said, the upside perfect piece of course would be to get a left-handed dagger. Then there would only be one left for yellow.
Blue also needs a left-hander dagger there to, unblock his monastery. But I guess,
Yeah,
if he gets it.
right. You're right. Okay, that I did miss. But I think it wouldn't be a given if they draw the dagger that they'd use
No, I
it
would
here.
I would go where you suggested. I think it's
Yeah.
better to block yellow.
Yeah, I mean it's not just the block, it's getting this one back immediately. And the dagger over here would then allow yellow to act against this square and maybe kill it later. Although right now that's impossible, but still even delaying getting a meeple back for blue could significantly hurt their game here in the long run. And for yellow, it doesn't matter whether they use this meeple or not. With 4 in hands, 30 tiles, that's way more than enough. Although you can never have enough meeples in hand, actually. Yeah, yellow takes care that the field here will not be blues alone. And this might then become blue's problem. They have these 3 meeples. Let's say 2. The monastery is way easier to liberate than the other ones. And if yellow acts against this square and prevents this monastery from completion over here, then they would have the meeple majority in the long run. And with field, that's always a big plus. Yeah, and now my chat tool is working. Yes, I don't know why I didn't do anything, but it works. So Sergey says Smile and Basiliuk played their Ukrainian Carcassonne Online Cup semifinal best of 5, 44 minutes, and they played all 5 games. So yeah, definitely Ukrainian style, definitely not szigfrid style.
Yeah.
So counter to that, szigfrid and Witseczka played a best of 3, and it took 2 hours, 20 minutes altogether, roughly at least, with, I don't know, a minute or 2 break in between games, a minute or 2. So translated into Ukrainian, 20 moves played. But they needed, I think the fastest thinking time in these 3 games was 19 minutes 40 by szigfrid nonetheless. But all other thinking times were in the 20 to 23 minute range. So it's just a different style of attacking the game philosophical wise. I'm lacking the words to adequately describe this.
Yeah.
But I mean, I am rather the lightning fast player. At least I was in my early days. Nowadays, it's a bit different. I like to take my time, and most often when I see a player with thinking times sub 5 or sub 6 minutes, there are mistakes, and there are noticeable mistakes and mistakes the same player wouldn't make if they would take 2 or 3 minutes per game more to think about their moves. And that's the one thing that's annoying me the most. There's no need to play that fast. You have the time, use it, try to play your best moves. So szigfrid adds the third farmer, hopes to connect here, and then He doesn't mind whether this connection works out in the end or not. He still has the meeple majority, although he already has 3 farmers versus blues 2. And he still owns a 7-point lead, even though the cow at the top hasn't panned out in the way he might have hoped it would. But we'll see if that later still changes anything. Blue still hopes to get 1 curve. At least the 3 curves and 2 crossroads are still in the deck to liberate it. And yellow hasn't played against this one so far. I mean, the only piece they would use quite likely would be a Dorito to limit this to the remaining dagger. I understand this move, but it's a bit troublesome as blue also kills another invasion option, which they might need in the end. But to invade, you have to have meeples in hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be a prime time for yellow, just to add over here. And blue goes for the monastery completion, but they won't complete the monastery as yellow just got the last dagger. So now this road as well is killable again with horse or Dorito.
Yeah, this is where Szigfrid's meeple advantage kicks in, right? He's got a lead on the fields, probably going to take over.
Yeah. I mean, it's still close. So
no,
if
it
blue
is close. Yeah, but blue doesn't seem to be getting any curvy tiles.
If you don't get anything to liberate these, I mean, could it be easier than needing a curvy tile? No, because I mean, really, no. It's in some permutations, in some deck arrangements, of course, but not from the get-go. I mean, curvy tiles are by far the most ones in the deck, so it's annoying. I mean, when was this played? I don't know. I mean, it looks the same. It looked the same 20 tiles ago or something. I wish I could scroll down without moving the game board, but that's sadly not possible. Although there was a road Dorito played by mosopal. Must have been this one here protecting the road.
Yeah, he was protecting his road, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's fine, actually. That's definitely fine, because you'd rather protect this one over here than close this and afterwards close the one that's least endangered. Might be English, I don't know. Yeah, and Wika just tells us the same, that blue could have liberated the monastery if Dorito was road. So this one here.
Ooh,
yeah, here's the complete kill. So all this for nothing, but shit happens sometimes. So it's still a close game, but now meeples are equal. Both have 2. Blue just got the, I think this is the last one. Yeah, it's the last one, the last Dorito, and the splitters are gone as well. So yellow's meeple over here is dead as well. And therefore it's almost parity if it weren't for this monastery here. So that's 3. Let's consider these 2 meeples dead as well. So 3 dead meeples for blue and 2 dead meeples for yellow. On the farm, it's the other way around. 3 meeples for yellow and 2 meeples for blue. But The farms are still not connected.
And this is the time to do it?
Or it might be the time to secure this loop road here, which would then connect this farmer to the main farm and would still give you two options to usurp the smaller one. With 3 curves out there, I really like that one. Downside.
If you go that way, yeah, there's a connection, there's a field connection, right?
Yeah. The downside is you would. I mean,
You live like.
You can't really leave this in the open, and there are still road ends out there with or without city. So he uses the simpler approach over here.
You don't meeple that. That's
Yeah, that one I would have meepled, because even if
so many road ends
would have used this here, you'd still have at least the road monastery. But he gets the road end anyway.
He gets bailed out.
And this move by blue is nice as attack, but it's a bit annoying as he takes away this blocking option, this killing option actually.
Yeah.
This square now is dead because there is nothing that would still fit there. The Doritos, Vanillas, diagonal splitters are gone. So the rows over here would be perfect, but of course tying this field here works for blue as well. The problem is they are still down a meeple. They are still down 3 points on the virtual scoreboard.
Yeah,
so
seems pretty dire for yellow. For blue here, right?
For blue,
now,
yeah.
Szigfrid can take a 6-point field.
Yeah, but
yeah.
There's still a city cap there. They could just draw the splitter and the rows in succession. Okay.
Yeah.
And even that would not work for them. 9 points. Wow. Yeah. So scrolling city caps.
Look at Szigfrid's time. Oh, he gets back. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, scrolling the 2 quick city caps or other quick points and then trying to attack the main field would still work, or could still work. There's an avenue on the left side, definitely. So
is that blue's winning strategy, like taking over the main field?
Do you see a better one?
No, that looks possible. No.
Yeah, and Pakshi, of course, is right. The bottom connection is still out there. No, the curve is still alive. And not just the curve, the monastery would work as well. So it's very likely that yellow will be able to execute this with 6 tiles remaining and 2 allowing this connection, whereas there is none to block it. And szigfrid takes away this option.
Yeah.
And now, yeah, there's still this one here. He goes for it.
It's a desperation time for blue.
Yeah, I mean, the chances are actually very great. There's no blocking piece. There are still 2 monasteries, and there's the splitter. So the road monastery would be perfect, as that's one piece that yellow could use over here. So he has to connect. The only problem now is which orientation do you use? Because you also create this option for yellow to counterattack. Although with the score, yellow just can take a simple monastery for the win. So no need to hyperventilate here. It's done.
I mean, it was a good find from blue, but unfortunately not enough.
Okay, so Ritichai, aka Pakshi, meant exactly that connection. Yeah, he wrote about a bottom field connection. Yeah, so I just didn't read that bottom one. But oh, damn it. Damn it. I totally forgot that this connection would work in reverse as well. And yellow gets that one, but blue's still ahead. So the monastery doesn't save the day for yellow. Oh man. So wow.
So he needed to invade. That's a very good find from blue.
What a finish. Yeah, I mean, he got the perfect piece. Again, no blocking piece available, 3 connection ones. And then yellow could have still won this here if yellow would have gotten, oh yeah, come on. These two will take a small break anyway. If yellow would have gotten that splitter, they could have used it over here and then with the monastery connect to tie the field again. Yeah, to tie the field again, and then the curve wouldn't have mattered at all. Yeah. Great.
Very close match. Very close.
Yeah, you could say that with 2 points on the board. Let's see what these two are discussing. And I'm pretty sure at least one of them will watch this later. So thank you guys for discussing this in English. This helps us quite a lot and saves a bit of bandwidth, which I would need to translate this simultaneously. Yeah, I just can't follow everything actually, but yeah, he's right. mosopal had a bit of luck drawing the curve, of course. But considering once he placed this here, he had these 3 pieces to connect. And if he hadn't hit the monastery, but the splitter or the field monastery, and would have used it over here, he would have had the curve and the road monastery. So a 75% chance to still connect. As he was starting player, indeed a 75% chance. So that's just a great option over here. Yeah, exactly. So szigfrid knows his stuff. The 3 mentioned tiles to connect. Yeah. Yeah. So it looks like
very
these
good
two
for blue, right? And then in the end, he managed to make it
yeah.
work. So.
Looks like they had more or less the same impression as we did about this match. I think turning this one around, it didn't look like it was in the cards for blue here, but yeah, head tip to mosopal for still eking out the win here. And I don't think there was anything in the end yellow could have done differently, but I might be wrong. I mean, first and foremost, leaving this 4-point road without a meeple, I guess none of us two would have done that. Okay, maybe he could have used this horse over here. I'm not sure which move was played earlier. Let me quickly check. It was mosopal's attack, and then szigfrid took the 5-point road. So he couldn't secure this over there.
There might have been an opportunity for yellow to secure the field.
The one thing szigfrid could have done was this crossroad. I mean, he
Yeah.
could have gone over here. But even then, there would still have been this here. So in that case, mosopal could have used the straight like this to attack. Yeah. I mean, it's a close game. It could have gone either way. So
szigfrid is saying he probably wasted the quadruple road tile.
yeah.
Was there more than 2 points on the board? I mean,
I
2 points
don't
would have
think
been.
so. Let me check. When was this? After mosopal connected to the field. Nah, only a 2-pointer at the bottom. On top, even over here, yeah, the monastery wasn't in place there.
Yeah. Although those 2 points would have been enough.
Yeah, these 2 points would have actually been enough, but you never know if he hadn't played there. Maybe mosopal would have attacked there. Maybe that would have been better for yellow, because this attack on the left side actually was, or I think should have been, at least easier blockable than this one. But I'm actually not sure. Would have to use the replay, but I guess sometime these two will start the second game. So I'm a bit reluctant to go to the replay just now.
Yeah. An interesting game. A very, very interesting game.
Yeah, let's check what they are talking about now. Yeah, okay. Finally. Yeah, guys. That's very interesting. And again, thanks for chatting in English. That's a great help to us. So let's check. Not started yet. So then let me drink a sip. Okay, and for the viewers, I hope the sound of a webby is fine. Please let me know, because again, I have some audio troubles here. I have to listen to webby over my monitors, actually, because I don't know, my headphone doesn't work, can't switch to the headphones. I don't know why. So there might be some feedback issues, but again, the meters over here on OBS seem to be fine. So I hope this works out for you. If there are any issues, please let me know. So both with big cities, blue with the monastery, yellow stuck with annoying straights, and therefore blue taking the early lead in this game with this farmer. Not the start szigfrid had hoped for sure. Let's see. Yeah. Do you like that one? Oh, why don't I hear webby now? Come on, I don't hear you.
Oh, sorry, no, that was on me. Sorry about that. I was
Okay.
accidentally muted. No, I was going to say, what an interesting move. I would not have done that, but still an
Okay.
interesting move.
Yeah, I might have considered the other orientation, actually, just to try and limit this
I mean,
field here. I mean,
if you do that, why don't you take
another curve?
or why don't you like take the road there, like continue your road, extend
Yeah,
your.
again, and not again. I don't know. Yeah, sure. Exactly my idea. If then there's a curve, you don't even mind if this here might get blocked, because 8 points for the monastery, maybe in the end 7 points for your road. That's fine and dandy if you could limit this field to these 6 points. That's a win in my book. So 1 versus 2 meeples, 7 versus 14 points, that's totally fine. But this here is
Yeah,
hardcore.
Interesting.
Interesting is at the bottom scale of attributes I would have in mind. Let's keep it at that. Yeah. So he definitely has a noose around this meeple's neck here already. Let's see if he's able to untighten that one. Yeah, that's okay. So sometime you will add something over here, even if it were only to take the road here. Not really a fan of this one. I would rather have started from the right side, just to not give yellow an incentive to go over here and act against both sides.
Yeah, a slight imprecision there from blue.
Yeah, although he might have taken the dagger asymmetry into account, and if he did, then this way is actually, in terms of the cities, the better one, but this here is just way too antsy. I mean, in this configuration, you have to wait either to draw the remaining splitter, Dorito, or perfectly, of course, a vanilla city cap there, or for yellow to do something, and then you can act. But if you act here, I mean, in the early game, there are so many road plus city tiles out there, so it's very likely that yellow gets one to attack you or try and block you, and maybe block here again. So not a fan of this extender. I mean, he could have even, hear me out,
gone that way. Yeah, I mean,
with that one here. In that case, if yellow were to attack, he could defend from the bottom maybe, or close this one, or maybe just turn yellow's advancement away from the city, this way. So, but he found this one. Wow.
what is that move from szigfrid?
That's the move some folks play, and most of these folks have witnessed Nalaheim losing versus Me Got No Skill with a slightly similar situation. In that one, I think he had the chance to close a city like that. So if there were a second yellow meeple over there instead of a blue one, Nalaheim's situation was like this. He had a Dorito. He could have closed the city with inviting one of yellow's meeples, but shunning the other. He didn't do that. Of course, next 2 moves that happened were these. I don't know in which order, and I don't actually know if it were the next 2 moves, but it happened like that. Me Got No Skill won that game, won the match. Nalaheim didn't make the Champions League. That's the short of it. So sometimes a move like this is warranted. I'm
Would you
not
make it?
sure if I would make this move at this point in this game.
I agree.
Quite likely not, quite likely I would have just gone over here, trying to block this one, hoping to draw the retro or big city tile before my opponent does. I mean, that's a 48% chance or something. So giving away this one, if you're plus 10, okay, but not at minus 12, 13 or something. So blue connects, monastery needs only one piece to completion. Yellow can't play here or won't play there. So far it looks great for blue. The only problem might be this one here. Could use
that will be the dream, or
the
what are the extenders?
Yeah, but really nothing else, because everything else would give yellow the option to attack this city with a second meeple and then later take it over with the horse. I mean, don't you listen to me or what?
Playing with fire.
Actually, it's great, yeah, to see players exactly make the move I said they can't do, because they definitely aren't cheating. That's nice to know. So
they're not watching the stream.
But still, I mean, come on, you can't. You really can't. But I mean, I get why he did it. Just take into account yellow could draw the Dorito anytime and then block your city. But there are still 3 daggers out there, so even that wouldn't be a big problem. So just wait. But he had used the penultimate meeple on another monastery, so
yeah, he was getting antsy to get his meeples back. The problem there is that that's yellow's way back into the game, right? If he gets a city cap,
yeah,
probably gets
exactly. You open the door for yellow. They just would have needed a bit of luck to walk through it, or at least to be able to have a chance to walk through it later. I mean, consider there are these 5, another 2. Yeah, the cow maybe not, but the Dorito for sure. So that are 11 out of, I don't know, 47 tiles or something. So let's say roughly a 20% chance for yellow to draw a nice piece over here, being able to later take over the city with the horse, which is a 75%er. So yeah, it's not a given that yellow would run away with the city, but you definitely give them the chance, which you don't need, especially not at a lopsided score like this one, although the farmer added to that difference by now. But I've seen szigfrid win games where he also was minus 30, so let's not let the fat lady sing already. Let's just wait.
To start, he can get 4 points.
Yeah, I mean, just consider him getting the Dorito, taking the field. That's a 13-point move in itself. Nah, not a 13-point, actually 7-pointer only, because of these blue farms. But it would be a start. He gets quick tiles.
Yeah, yellow needs. It's like a small miracle here. He probably needs to complete a couple of those city projects.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be the dream. I mean, there's still the chance for blue to get one of the Doritos and take the 9-point field. You know, get points for all these fields there. It's looking pretty dire for szigfrid.
Yeah. Yeah, you mean blue would use this move?
It is a possibility, right? You can.
Yeah, I why not? I don't see why
Yeah.
not actually. They would score 15 field points minus 4 city points, so it's still an 11-point move. Yeah.
Yeah, breaking yellow city there.
Yep.
Nice.
Although that is actually not the problem. Still 3 daggers out there. This here could turn into a problem
Yeah.
as all starting tiles are gone. So szigfrid has to defend. And with 3 roses out there, there is no chance he would use this to farm immediately. Rather
No,
wait for later.
still very early to farm.
Yeah. And it's not even a crucial farm, or doesn't look like a crucial
No,
farm
doesn't
as
look
of
like.
now.
I mean, it's going to be at least a 9-point farm, I think.
Very likely. Both
Yeah.
have an incentive to close that city.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that here is exactly why it is Dorito is a borderline genius move. It obstructs two squares of yellow city, and it gives you the chance to try and kill 2 of yellow city pieces, the same squares actually. And if there's a chance to act against 2 of your opponent's features or multiple squares of their features, that's always nice, especially with an unwieldy piece like that one.
I mean, what do we do as yellow here? It's looking pretty dismal. Maybe start a loop there when you get the Dorito.
Over here?
Yeah, but you want to take the field, like.
Yeah,
Pretty bad.
maybe. I mean,
Yeah, right now you probably want to defend that. Right? At least give yourself
yeah, I mean, at least I would defend on the right side. Yeah, exactly like szigfrid did. Just because there's only 1 dagger to kill it. But sure, Horse or Dorito would do the same, but blue might use the Dorito over here again.
Yeah.
But at least this one here was more threatened than the left side. As there's no way to kill the left side, as of now at least, there would still be at least 1 piece out there to close it. So szigfrid taking quick points. I'd say over here.
Yeah, maybe protect your road meeple.
Yeah, protect the road and take the city cap. That's easier to take. That's
Yeah.
blue could take, for example, with this one, which would be annoying. And of course, the rose would be annoying as well. So yeah, he takes that one. But again, he thinks 20, 40 seconds about this move. That's why he's at 39 seconds now. I think gets 40 something seconds for each move.
Mosopal can get 1 more point for his monastery. Slightly annoy Siegfried's city there, or yeah, either do that, threaten the kill there.
Why not?
Yeah.
Any reason not to do that?
No, that that works.
And I mean, the one reason not to do that would
Is
be
you build a loop for
the loop for yellow. Yeah.
So he did the other continuation, right?
Yeah,
but it's not a big threat, right? If
yeah, but
anything, it kind of protects Siegfried City now.
that one I don't like actually, because this
Yeah,
gives
yeah.
Siegfried the horses to kill the monastery. So if you don't want to build the loop road, maybe you could have considered this, as that would give the same killing option. There are no starting tiles left, and you wouldn't create the loop road. And on the other hand, you would have chances to still liberate the monastery, even if yellow were to close their city.
Yeah. In fact, I like that one better, right? You don't build the loop.
Yeah.
I mean, there's still 3 daggers,
Come on,
right?
Siegfried. Content move, content move. There
I
are
mean, it's
still
not much
3
of a
daggers
content move.
out
It's like
there.
3 daggers. Makes sense.
That's a chicken move. So yeah, now it's gone. Blue liberates the monastery. Siegfried with the second cow in a row, which is a big spanner in his works. Can't really do a lot about this here, and the chances for blue to kill this are pretty great.
Yeah.
Lot of roads with fields out there. Siegfried will play something over here. The only question is which direction to turn this, and now this is dead. And with this, yellow's hopes are dwindling.
Yeah.
But there are still a few irons in the fire here. At minus 20 though.
Yeah, it's not looking great. The Dorito is going to be like very impactful for blue, like getting multiple points for his fields. Yeah. Is there a chance to complete? Yeah, right? Because he still has 3 daggers there, and
Yeah. It's
that's
still
still alive,
alive.
right?
It's perfectly healthy, actually. Still a rose or a right-handed dagger on the left side, and still the 3 left-handed daggers available. So that's live and kicking. And I mean, there would be even this here 7-point road, which would be nice for yellow. And mosopal doesn't
I was going
have.
to suggest this, right? Preventing that field.
Yep. That's nice. That's just a cautionary move against yellow taking this and the field. And quite likely might even prevent yellow adding the Dorito here.
Yep.
I mean, it was effective with the field. It definitely isn't without.
Yeah.
So one city completed for yellow. Now yellow has more meeples in hand. Blue can't use the monastery, just dumps it. Wasn't there any other move that would be a bit more useful? Yeah, connecting over here, expanding the field works.
We take a 6-point field with this. As Siegfried.
Come again, please.
Do we take a 6-point field? Maybe think about invading.
This one?
Yeah, there's still 3 curves. I mean, the problem is like we're so far behind.
Still 10 moves for szigfrid after this one.
Yeah.
So 3 curves, 2 crossroads left to liberate that road, as you would use the daggers on your city. So it's likely to, or very likely actually, to get your road meeple back soon. And he takes this field. Okay.
There's still a splitter for blue, so even that's a threat.
Over here. Yeah.
Yeah, which means we probably want to kill this as szigfrid.
Yeah, I mean, is there anything else you need to accomplish with the straight? Maybe
Yeah,
setting
maybe.
up the
Yeah,
loop.
setting up the loop, right? That was the other consideration there. But
Yeah.
I like
So
killing that.
first left-handed dagger goes to mosopal. It's definitely looking dire for szigfrid, but again, -14, getting the road. The city is still live. There would be this road here. The field, this one.
I mean, mosopal can practically kill yellow's
Although
city project here.
actually the Dorito would be a -2-point move for szigfrid, so unless he would take the road, so he won't use that Dorito there. I hope it gets a bit closer than that.
Yeah. So
And
I think mosopal is going to kill. Oh, he's not.
yeah, this connection, which I just sketched, is still live as well. So szigfrid gets the dagger, which would have been very nice over here,
Yeah.
but he takes the 6 immediate points, knowing full well that these could end up on blue's field. Blue doesn't connect here, actually. And there's the first of 2 road Doritos in szigfrid's hands.
I mean, if szigfrid makes the connection there, there's a chance that blue takes over the field, right? There's 2 curves remaining. But
Actually,
yeah.
like this. Yeah,
Yeah.
and again, for now, the city is on 3 fields. So 1,
Yeah.
2, and 3 here. So you add 6 points to blue's farmers on the left, and only 4 city points to your score.
Yeah.
And you would give blue a second meeple, which
Yeah.
they
You don't want that.
otherwise wouldn't get back from anywhere unless the city on the left would complete somehow, which is still possible, but quite unlikely. Whereas you
Yeah.
are
I
still
think you
have
do
this up
this.
top.
Yeah. You have to
So
gamble that you get the rose and then the dagger.
yeah, exactly. And blue actually should close this city now.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. Oh, he doesn't agree. That field is like very valuable for blue. Like it adds points everywhere. Like that's it.
Yeah, because now this is dead, and yellow can just easily tie blue's field for a 9-point swing.
Yeah.
And therefore, blue had to close this, actually. I mean, it's a 2-point move only. You set up the loop road for anyone to take. Sure, not ideal, but you would be the aggressor. You would be the one to threaten a field unification and killing a yellow farmer. And now it's the other way around. And plus 17. Looks good.
Yeah.
But it's not a
It's not
foregone
over.
conclusion here.
It is not over. Yeah, that was slight imprecision from.
Yeah, but szigfrid just gets
He's not getting the task.
the short end of the stick here.
Yeah.
That's just, what is this? Come on.
Yeah.
We want to see a nice, interesting, close, suspenseful game and not crap like that.
Well, I would not have done that.
Yeah, but the annoying thing is, if blue takes this one, this might even be the last points blue would get, but it could be enough in the end.
Yeah.
Oh, so blue sets up another connection option. But actually, as szigfrid, yeah, was this the last curve? Or is there still one? No, there's still one out there. Okay, then that's okay. Else I would have severely thought about connecting.
Yeah.
With only one out there here, but now there are still two pieces to connect. Although that's would be blocked like this. By the way, the last left-handed dagger gone.
It wasn't meant to be, apparently.
So yeah, to me this looks like yellow needs to get the curve, and they need to get the splitter or something else to prevent this connection on the right side. And then somehow still a second farmer on the left field, which is borderline impossible if you need the curve over here. I mean, it is actually impossible. There's no way without the curve to still attack the field somehow. Even the ninja doesn't work without the curve. Whoa.
I mean, do we dump City Cup on our field as blue? Is there anything better?
You mean just like this, for example?
Yeah, just like that. Yeah.
Yeah. To be honest, I haven't thought about what blue should do actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. Sound move, of course. If you get another city cap and there are still 3 out there, why not?
Yeah.
This could be the dagger in this game. But I just don't see a way for yellow to still come back. But the one thing they could do would be adding a farmer there, then use the rose to score 6 points.
They don't even get the rose.
But it doesn't happen. At least they get their curve over here after killing this square, or limiting this square, I should say, to the same curve they needed on the left side as well. So now that's that. But minus 10 are minus 10.
Yeah.
And there is no silver bullet remaining in the deck. So sadly, no ninja, no... I don't see anything. It's so annoying. And now blue even kills this option here for yellow.
Yeah.
That's frustrating, actually. I want to find something, but...
I think blue could have secured it if he had taken that Dorito there, completed the city, unified the fields. That would have probably sealed the game. There was still a chance, but unfortunately...
Yeah, but at that point in time, with daggers and still more than one curve out there, there was still the outside chance of yellow being able to then overrun the 18-point field.
Yeah, that was yellow's plan after the Dorito. Yellow would have needed to take over the field, but
Yeah. So this might be why blue didn't go
played
here.
against it. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I would have done this just for the second meeple alone, actually. But with these farms here, for sure. I mean, it's annoying, yeah, to close the city with yellow together, but
The thing is, like,
still.
if blue does that, he gets a meeple back. Yellow gets a meeple back. Oh, this is good. 1 point move for szigfrid.
Yeah, why not just?
Yeah, I did. I mean, he was
That's
too far behind, right?
yeah. That's just a good loser showing off. It's a fine move. I like it.
Yeah. No, so back to the Dorito there. Like, if blue completes the city, he gets a majority, right? He would be like 2 meeples on that farm. I mean, assuming
Nah,
they connect.
not yet. Not yet.
Yeah, assuming they connect, they would.
Yeah.
He would have a majority there. So Siegfried would have needed 2 meeples to take over.
Yeah.
I mean, and even then, I mean, it was hard to see Siegfried win. But without completing that ruin
Yeah,
there.
but if he would have taken over the farm, an 18-pointer, so a 30.6 swing, 30.6, 36-point swing, this way works, and could have still added more cities to the field, actually. So this could have turned the game, but I'd say let's wait for mosopal to make his last move, then check what these two will do in terms of post-mortem. And if
Yeah.
they are done, then let's check the replay again. Does this sound fine to you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Great. Yes, I heartily concur. Definitely good games.
Yeah.
Definitely interesting, although we would have preferred a closer second game. And it's a bit annoying that these two, quite likely the strongest Hungarian players out there at this point in time, at least, already did meet in the semifinals, and the quality of the final might just not be the same as the match we witnessed today, or the match we witnessed between Wierzeczke and Szigfrid in the quarterfinals, for that matter. I don't know. Now I need the effing side from this. Where is it? Here we go. Let's see. So much for you being a loser. Okay. Nah. It's not just luck,
No, no,
or
no, no.
too
I
much
mean,
luck.
that initial Dorito move from Siegfried was like very suspicious. The Dorito, close to Mosopal's monastery.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And that's one thing I like about Siegfried. I think he would have said or wrote exactly the same if he would have won.
yeah,
He's always, at least I haven't noticed him being off keeled. It's always even keeled, always spot on.
yeah.
That's really nice. So definitely the epitome of a good loser. I failed painfully. Come on, enjoy your day in the sun. Yeah, yeah. Actually, there were quite a lot of tricky decisions about these farmers. So I would like to ask questions there, but I'd rather not interfere with their postmortem. So let's
Yes, Siegfried saying that if he would have gotten the rose, it would have been closer. And yes, for sure. I mean, he set up the rose there with the rose end.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, if he would have gotten the rose beforehand, no, this one was mosopals actually. This here was Siegfried, right? Yeah, this was Siegfried back then when he could have used the dagger there. So in the end, mosopal got all three of the left-handed daggers actually.
Do we know who will meet in the final? Mosopal
Yeah,
and
actually, the other semifinal was yesterday. Shame on you for not watching, not having watched
sorry
it
about that.
as preparation. What a lousy co-host here. It was David 44 versus F Chaba, and in the end, if I remember correctly, David won. But you're putting me on a spot here.
Oh,
I
you
totally
didn't watch it either then.
no, I commented. I don't know. I forgot. It's so long ago. Yes, David won 2-0, and I'm actually glad he won because he's the better player, and it showed. And I'm prone to root for the better player because I want to see great moves and not having to turn my nose on the moves or the players. So what are these two still writing? Yeah. So he's talking about the road up there, quite likely. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a like a very suspicious move. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Um, yeah.
Yeah. Might be the understatement of the day.
Yes, might be an understatement. I mean, but still a close match. I mean, Siegfried had a nice city build up there that unfortunately got killed. Um, things could have turned differently for him.
Yeah, and Mosopal is right. No, he did use a shielded Dorito to liberate the monastery. I mean, needed, I don't know. It wasn't necessary, but if you want to get your monastery meeple back, you have to do something there. And then, of course, he used pieces over here, or actually pieces, as in plural. No, he just added the cow. The Dorito was Siegfried's work, right?
That
I
is
think
correct.
so.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, he used these two pieces when trying to block this, but on the other hand, Siegfried used all these pieces to protect the city, and in the end, didn't get one
Did
out
not.
of 4
Yeah.
pieces, not even one. So
Peter.
although he got the dagger, he could have used the dagger here, and that's tricky. Actually, let's check that situation again, because maybe the correct move would have been using the dagger, leaving this 6-pointer as is, leaving the 6-point road for anyone to take, and just gamble on getting the road and the cap before blue. Just add a volatility
Yeah. Take
as
some
much as
chances.
you can.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe this would have been an option. I mean, for sure it would have been an option, but maybe this actually was necessary. So let's check. On the left city. A dagger pointing to the monastery. This here, I think he's talking about. Yeah, okay. He means the Dorito. Yeah, okay. So he has the same ideas, or had the same idea we had, like adding this Dorito over here to just and kill this square no matter the direction of the curve. Okay. So likely calculated risk, szigfrid means. Yeah, and he's right about that. If this were to happen, mosopal would kill the monastery as well and would have at most 8 points for the monastery versus 7 or 8 depending on the shield over here for szigfrid. So that's an okay exchange if you are the party that's in the lead, and szigfrid wasn't. So I don't know. That's a good calculation on his end. Yeah, mosopal more or less says the same. Okay, this one we didn't notice actually. Something like that. That would have been annoying for szigfrid. So connection of these two fields, and then they might have been more or less secured.
Yeah.
Okay, looks like they are at the end. Then let's take a look at the replay again. Where to start, actually? So long ago that this game ended, I almost forgot what happened. Yeah, sometimes it's quick and then it's gone. So we wanted to check this situation, right?
Yeah.
Okay, then I think we still have some moves to go. Yeah, still 2 Doritos out there. And this here then, of course, I think afterwards. So this is yellow's farmer. Blue with the first dagger, with the second dagger, even in a row. Yeah, so...
What's the idea of that move? What do you think?
which blues move?
Yeah,
This
blues
one?
move. Yeah.
There aren't many ways to connect these fields.
Yeah.
So the other option...
There were still 3 curves. If you do that, there's still 3 curves, right?
Yeah. I think if you do this move, then you have to connect with the curve, and of course you'd have to add the Dorito there.
Yeah.
Because all you want to do with this setup
is unify everything.
Is unifying these fields.
And
it's not setting up this city for you to take later. I mean, you don't gamble with plus 14 like this here. You just don't. There is no reason to do that at all.
There's no reason, exactly. Yeah. I mean, the obvious move was like adding the city cap to your field, right? To your 6-point field up there.
Yeah, exactly. Like he later did.
Like he later did, yeah.
That's fine. That's totally fine. But not like this.
No.
So this is first and foremost a connection setup. At least I would deem it.
That's the idea, I think. Yeah.
Oh, let's. I just see Sergey let us know something about the situation.
Yeah.
Hungary lost its spot in the top 12, so that's the coefficient ranking Sergey is talking about, which is the basis for the distribution of Champions League tickets. So the top 12 do get one main stage ticket and 2 qualification tickets. The places from 13 onwards only get 1 main stage ticket and 1 qualification ticket. So there are only 2 tickets for Hungary available. And I think, let me quickly check. I think they don't get any tickets for ETCOC or something. Yeah, so only 2 tickets, but it's not given here which way the Q1 ticket would be distributed. So I would expect an MOCB, which is Hungarian for Hungarian Online Carcassonne Championship. This should be listed over here as well if the second place finisher would get the Q1 ticket. So not really sure. But the main part is they only have 2 tickets. So the third place finisher, which szigfrid could still be in the end, definitely wouldn't get a ticket to the Champions League. So it's actually not clear. Szigfrid, mosopal, anyone from Hungary, if you are by any chance in the chat, please let us know how the Q1 ticket will be distributed or who would get that one. Will this be the silver medalist in the online championship, or will there any other method to decide who gets that one? But there also might still be the option of one of the players deciding not to play Champions League and let the third place finisher get the ticket. That's something which happened last year in Germany, for example, where actually my finals opponent decided not to play the finals at all and didn't want to play Champions League qualifiers as well. So the third place finisher actually did that. Didn't qualify, but at least played the qualification. So back to the game. Sorry for the long talk here about Champions League and qualification. So what was your question, Webby? Come again, please.
We were wondering about this move from Blue, right? So I think
Yeah.
you're right. Like the idea is probably to connect all the fields, like make one big field there. Which I mean, if you do that, then you probably want to complete the city, like with the Dorito.
So, I'm back on the train of thought. This is an idiom that works. I don't know. So I said after the game that this was the one move where szigfrid maybe should have considered doing this. It's really, really volatile. But he is at -14. This here sets up 3 things. For one, you could still get the dagger to close this city and maybe even take this 6, possibly 9-point farm. And as we've witnessed later, there was still the splitter out there. So it's an indirect attack as well. Then it sets up, let me remove a few of the highlights here. Then it sets up this 7-point road.
Yeah.
And there are still 3 road ends to claim this immediately. Also, this setup is still live. By the way, Sergey asked, no, it wasn't Nocebo. Nocebo could have used a top 8 elo spot, actually. I think you should have asked him. It was a meeple wizard who didn't want to play the finals last year. So this one was created by Blue. I don't really see the harm in leaving it as it is. Of course, would be a 9-pointer for blue. Still totally annoying, maybe utterly devastating. But maybe this creation,
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
Because if you don't use this for your city, then the only chance or only reasonable chance to still close this one would be to get the rows. So it's not even a 50-50, it's a 25% chance to close this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sure, the rows is way better because you score the 5 points immediately. But what's more likely? Drawing this one here and maybe a cap, maybe this one, or at least 2 out of 3, or drawing the rows and later this year and then still having other chances to score points. I don't know. I mean,
Yeah, that's a high variance move, right? Because you leave the
that's
road
yeah,
open, the city open.
yeah.
I
I
mean,
think I have the right expression for a move like that. That's an MTU move.
to you.
MTU might be able to pull the trigger on a move like that. Vladimir Kovalev might be able to pull the trigger on a move like that. There aren't a lot of other players I think would use a move like that. Knowing full well this could turn south immediately. You could
Yeah.
lose the game within 2 moves. And that's exactly why szigfrid doesn't play a move like that. Usually he just takes the 6 points or 3 points because it adds a city to blue field. But there's still a lot of tiles in the deck. There's still a chance to close your road. There's still a chance to take the city, to take the road. He hasn't lost, and I'm just not sure which way he should have used at this turn in the game, at this fork in the game, actually.
Yeah. I mean, knowing how it ended, it probably made sense to at least consider the high variance move. I mean, he was like very far behind. And I mean, I did not like this move from blue as well. Like, I mean, blue should have probably added a cap to his field, but given the situation there, maybe you consider the high variance move, right? You were very far behind.
Yeah, I'm not sure. So anyone who watches this and has more experience than me, hello Alexi, please chime in the comments. Or szigfrid for that matter. I think he has played more on BGA at least than me. I don't know. Or MTU. Let me know, guy. I know you have thoughts about this for sure. Yeah, that's. I don't know. That's the prime example why we need a simulator where you could just say, come on, take this position
Yeah.
here, simulate a million games, let me know what would happen with this move, what would happen with this move. And then we'd get, I don't know, winning chances for yellow with closing the city is 20.75%, and over here it's 16.3 or something. That would actually help. I think it's still some time until someone gets to that. I had hoped for what's his name, Demis Hassebis from DeepMind.
From DeepMind.
Yeah, after AlphaGo, AlphaZero, etc., they could have created a universal board game AI, but alas, they didn't. So someone else has to do this. Yeah. So next issue was the Dorito by Blue, I think.
Yep.
So let me skip and actually drink a bit in between. So here is yellow with the Dorito. And now I don't think yellow should close here right now.
Yeah, I don't think he did. He protected his city. I mean, hoping for the rose there, which is, I think that's correct.
So
that's what I don't understand. Like, I think this would have been a given.
That's the elephant in the room, and the question is, why didn't blue pull the trigger on that?
I mean, considering his dagger move was hoping for field unification, right? That probably makes sense to complete that city there.
Yeah. The question though is, let's consider this would work out. So first and foremost, this move would add 2 points to the total score, right? So 3 and 4 to yellow for the city.
Yep.
And we don't take into account that it would add 3 points to this field.
Yeah, it's one giant field.
Because this will get assimilated later on anyway. So it's a +2 move for blue. Sure, they use this on the left side for a city which could still be closed with 3 caps. Yeah, maybe. But I think the main reason for them not to use it over here was they didn't want to give yellow any chance to have more than the 1 meeple in hand. So they didn't want them to get this meeple back. Just hope that it would take still some time for them to get the road meeple back. And also not going over here and maybe not connecting there wouldn't create the big field and wouldn't give yellow the chance to just take over one feature to win the game. So
that makes sense, but then I don't understand the dagger move there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Maybe they changed their mind after the dagger move.
they started counting. Yeah.
It's possible. Maybe they didn't notice that their field actually extended over there and didn't see the possibility here, which they later saw.
They later saw, yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, I think this here wasn't necessary. If you play this move, this here would be the logical consequence, but actually not going there if you're blue and if you're yellow, it's totally annoying, but I think this was in the end the right decision by blue not to go there. They are at +14 by adding the Dorito over here.
Yeah.
It's +18, and there's just no big feature for yellow to take.
Yeah. This, I mean, secures the match or the game there, but
more or less, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just the dagger move then doesn't make much sense.
Yeah, I think after this move by blue, so let's continue just one step here. Yellow more or less had only one way to still win this game, and this was closing the city ASAP. So from 5 to 14 points, that's +9 -3 for yellow's field, so +6 +5, which would be 11 points. And 11 out of, why is it 17 now? Oh, it's 3 points only added on the left. Okay, 11 out of 17, and then getting this one back, and damn, you are in the game. There would be still attacking options against this 12-point field.
Yep.
You could even just connect over here to take 9 points, maybe later take this field again. That would be a 21-point swing. So a lot riding on the city and on this curve. And even if they don't get the city, just getting the meeple, the second meeple back ASAP, plus getting a healthy amount of city caps could have still won them the game. There is another field at the top, which they might be able to expand, or at the bottom.
Yeah, the bottom threaten the connection. There's two curves there.
Yeah, so another permutation might have, or definitely would have worked for szigfrid, even though it was unlikely, especially after the city was done. So in the end, some might call it luck on mosopal's side, but I don't think so. I think a move like this here.
Oh, yeah, that was very suspicious.
Yeah, that was the main problem of szigfrid's early game, and it turned out to be a problem later on as well. And that's why I usually shy away from more experimental stuff like this year. Even though he's right, it was more or less a Ukrainian technique. He, in many cases, just could have expanded the ruin, killed the square, and even won this mini battle. And if you then would be able to limit the field, would have been nice. I mean, we talked about that in the early going of this game. So yeah, tough for szigfrid, but that's Carcassonne. Okay, so looks like we talked the chat to death. Let me actually check if there's anyone left. Oh, there are still a few guys left. But they are chiming in. So I think we are done. Or do you still have something to analyze, talk about?
No. These were interesting games. A bit unfortunate for szigfrid. In the end, did not get any of his tiles. Like none of the daggers, not the roads. But yeah, very interesting games.
Yeah, indeed, definitely interesting. So definitely more interesting with the co-host who has something to say about this and has ideas of his own. That's definitely always a pleasure. So thank you for taking the time and being on here with me.
Thank you for inviting me.
Yeah, so there we have someone in the chat, and that's one of our protagonists, as Ruben is mosopal. Yeah, thanks, Ruben. We actually streamed your post-mortem in the chat after the game live and waited until you were done, or at least we thought you were done. So thanks again for chatting in English there. This is quite appreciated. Do you have any more to say about this game? Else I would end the stream. I give you, I don't know, let's say 10 seconds. I'll drink a sip of water.
No, thank you again for inviting me. Yeah, I'll try to make it for another cast. Hopefully we fix the sound issues. But yeah, this was very interesting. I'll be looking for the finals then.
Yeah.
Do we have a date for that? No, not yet.
Unless mosopal already has asked David 44 after the game. I think we don't. Should be. Where is Hungary again? Should be either this week or next week. I'd say rather next week. That's wrong. Oh no, it's actually might be even this weekend. but we'll see. But there's no date set yet, so we'll see. I'll definitely keep an eye out. I don't know. I'll check Carcassonne GG daily. So if this is set up, I hope to be able to stream this, although it's a bit complicated the next days, but we'll see. The most likeliest next streams by me would be the Mexican national qualifier playoffs on Sunday UTC 17, and maybe this match between Bluster and Buha could be interesting. That's the semifinal in the Croatian Autumn League. But we'll see about that. So thanks for everyone who's still here. If you have feedback, you know where to leave it. If not, there are contact infos in the description, and of course, a comment would be always nice. Thanks for sticking around. Thanks, webbi, again. Bye-bye.
Bye.